Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Time for the bulk review. Look at this dookie fat stack. You remember when people used to say that? Neither do I. Anyway, so yeah, big fat stack of comic books. We're going to get started on the few that I already gave individual reviews to, and then we're going to start doing all the ones that I didn't yet. First off, here's Superman, what is this crap? The Superman Year 1, issue number 3 of 3. Man, I swear to God, if I could find somebody who worked on that book, I'd square up with him right now. Hey, man, did you work on that book? Yeah, I did. Oh, man, you hit hard. Yeah, my fat head. That's only the first one. Wow. Oh, I was so mad reading that book. Did flash forward, issue number 2. As you know, I had some fun ones in there. Go and look up that review. I talk about horn warmers. You gotta experience that one. Contagion, issue number 3. I digs it. You know what? They'll look better when I got the ones over here that don't have the cellophane on them. Anyway, Avengers, Absolute Carnage, issue number 1. This one kind of stunk. This one kind of stunk up a room. Issue number 3 of Absolute Carnage, Scream. Looking forward to the regular ongoing with that one. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool, 3 of 3. This was a really good Spider-Man and Deadpool comic. Did I spoil that? And finally, Absolute Carnage issue number 4, man. This was hot. This was pure fire, dude. Pure fire. Oh, wait, that definitely can't be it because, what else I got? Oh, yeah, over here. I did reviews for Captain Marvel issue number 11. And I did review for the live one for X-Men issue number 1 over here, which is the 2019 release. And that's going to start off the Age of X-Men, Dawn of X. There we go, Age of X-Men. No, we ain't going to talk about that anymore. Anyway, so the comic books that I didn't actually review yet, but I've read. Wow. First off, look at this. Tank Girl Forever. Oops. This is issue number 3 of 4. I didn't read the first 2 issues. I just go up to the shelf and I see it. This is already out. I was like, oh, wow, Tank Girl? Is this like a one-shot? Had no idea. So I just grabbed it, took it home, didn't bother looking at it or anything. Get home and I read it. It's issue number 3 of 4. Damn it. So this was fun. I mean, it's Tank Girl. How is Tank Girl not fun? She watches her friend Joni. Joni becomes super evil after she got brought back to life after she choked to death. She is fixated on a freaking sesame seed, which she is allergic to them. And Tank Girl just stood by and watched. She's like, ooh, that's bad because she was mean to her. So it is what it is. But no, this was good. Like, it just starts off with some regular barbecue. I loves me some Tank Girl, man. I laughed my ass off. I kind of wish I would know what happened in the first 2 issues. But it's Tank Girl. I'll probably go back and check out those issues. You know what I'm saying? Probably go back and take a look, see what's what. Try and grab those other issues. Let me put this away. Bam! So let's talk about the Inferior 5, issue number 2. I think I'm going to stop reading this, not because it wasn't fun. This is, I don't know about scary, but it was good. I think I'm just going to wait until the trade comes out, though, because if you're talking about 12 issues of this thing, man, dude. Nah, man. Like, it's too hard reading this as a case-by-case basis. So, yeah, I think when the trade comes out, I'll just sit down, take a couple hours out of the day, and just read the whole damn thing straight through. I think that'll be a lot more fun. Crazy one-shot. It's got Obnoxio the Clown. Obnoxio the Clown in it. No Ice Cream Man. That kind of stunk. Yeah, you know, it was okay. It was all right. They had this knucklehead, not Forbush Man. What the hell is this guy's name again? It's something like that. It's jeez, what is this butthead's name again? You know what? They ain't gonna say it. I don't really care. So anyway, it's just this knucklehead. Oh, Irving Nebish. Like, whatever. You know, this knucklehead on the front. It's, you know, it's a comedy mag. Is what it is. There were some fun parts. I laughed at some of the parts in there. But most of the time after I laughed at it, I laughed at myself for laughing at it. It's like, dude. Wailing Blade issue number 4. Apparently of 4. Didn't realize it was going to end. It's cool, though, because they're going to bring it back again. They're going to make some more stories afterwards. Apparently this was pretty successful. I'm glad that it was. I mean, this was nice. I liked it. So, bang. Yeah, Wailing Blade issue number 4. This was somewhat of a surprise when you find out what the who the actual assassins really are, who the killers in this actually are. That was kind of surprising. I didn't expect that. So interesting. Here's something that was kind of weird for me. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 2. Things kind of turn. I still don't know what's going on in the book, man. It looks like the adults can't see the monsters, but the kids can. But this one chick is somehow able to. Even if she can't see them, she's definitely killing them. I don't know what's going on. It's weird that I don't have any answers yet, but seriously, man, it's not nearly as scary or as, holy crap, as Witches was. Witches was one of those books that just scare you. You're reading the book and you're just terrified. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this does not come anywhere close to that. But there's still a good story in here. It's taken a bit to get there. And I was hoping it would be more of the suspense as we go, but that's simply not the case. And that kind of bugs me a little. Here's something cool. We got Savage Sword of Conan. This is issue number 11, I believe. Issue number 10. And look at that. Who's that? Who that? They got Roy Thomas, the original writer on Conan. Not including Robert E. Howard. But this was really cool seeing Roy Thomas, the original comic book writer, back. And it's a good Conan, dude. Like, this is the Conan that you know and love. This is the Conan that you paid to see. I'm not disrespecting any of the other Conan writers. I love them all. But, this is just that version where it's like the dumbest things happen to this dude. And he's able to muscle and skill his way out of it. I love it. Not much to say about Gwar one shot. I love that they got little 3D glasses. It doesn't come with 3D glasses, but I know the old 3D look on a comic book, man. They always sucked, and this one sucks too. You know what else really sucks? Being careful to make sure you don't get any fingerprints on this back. Oh God, I saved it. I was good, no fingerprints. But yeah, this is a really good book. Everything's pencil drawn in here, and then there's some things that are inked, but for the most part, nothing's inked. Lou Longo died apparently after he made this book or in the making of this book. There's a big tribute to him. There's a little tribute in the beginning, a big tribute to him at the end. That's sad when we find one of our, comic book own dying. Happens, but yeah, sad to see him go. Plus, this was drawn really well. As far as the story, it's one of those false, history stories for Gwar. Nobody really knows the true story, right? But loves me some Gwar. I will pick up any Gwar comic book that I see. Really hoping they come up here to Toronto sometime soon. I would love to go and see these guys live again. Such a great show, right? Issue number 5 of Psi-Lords. This was cool because the Widowmakers in here, yeah, man, they get a good taste of their own. We see somebody new in here. One of the guys acknowledges that he thinks that he's gay in here. I love the way that the art has really taken, I don't know if they're taking my advice, like freaking Renato Guedes is like, well, the Professor Bill guy was saying something. I don't know why I give a crap what I say. But the idea is that I've been saying that I wish that I could tell the difference between the people a little bit better now. And I can. They're really distinguishing the individuals in here. 2 people get laid. I got to be careful about showing images in there because there was a bit of nudity. Little tiny bit of nudity. Almost put this one up on Pornhub. Anyway, issue number 3 of Once and Future. This is just one of the best books out there, dude. This is one of the best books out there. If there was one book that I wish that I did have more time to actually do an individual review for, it would have undeniably been this. Like above and beyond all the rest that are in this bulk review that I didn't do an individual review for, this is the one right here. I really wish that I could have had more time so I could do this. Excuse me. What do you call? Oh God, Granny in this. I should probably be showing you the book. Granny. You guys let me know. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe I'm completely bass-ackwards on this one. But does Granny appear hot to anybody else? Look, I'm just saying this because, let's be realistic, all right? Granny's badass. All right, you want to talk about a strong feminist lead? Boom. Granny's kind of hot in this one. I get a little hot and bothered when I see her. You wind up seeing more about the story, how, what do you call it? Her grandson, her grandson is actually torn into the story a whole lot more before he even knew it, because they need someone who is a historian. And oh look, she perfectly matches exactly what they're looking for. His girlfriend, the girl, or at least the girl that he took out to dinner that night. So that's just perfect, man. I also love that they made a distinction between the Sword and the Stone and Excalibur in here. Some of the stories kind of gloss over that. They are actually two different swords. What the name of the sword is, it's up for debate. But there's the Sword and the Stone, and then there's Excalibur. They are two different swords. And I love that they pointed that out in this. Excalibur was not made to unite the Brits. That was the Sword and the Stone. That was the sword that his father had. The Lady of the Lake gave him the Excalibur. Anyway, Nightwing here, issue number 65. Can't believe we're up to number 60. Oh, there it is, up in the corner up there. Issue number 65. This was pretty good. I love this Sven Gulli stuff that they're doing, man. I'm glad, Dan Daddio did a good thing by giving a little bit of props here to this Sven Gulli guy. 40th anniversary. I never actually knew who Sven Gulli was. I guess I've heard of him before, but I've never seen it. The original Sven Gulli. This guy became the son of Sven Gulli. Now he's the actual Sven Gulli. You can see this on MeTV, which apparently you got to buy. But you can just go and look up some of these things on YouTube. The guy apparently, he basically does like Mystery Science Theater 3000. And at the end, he just starts saying puns and whatnot. He gets rubber chickens thrown at him. I thought it was fun. I think it's funny. Plus, he watches these old horror movies that I love. Creature for the Black Lagoon and all that stuff. Absolutely love it. But aside from that, this was a fun comic book. Rick Grayson, Richard, what do you call it? He actually winds up joining up with his grandfather in this, William Cobb. And I dug that. You get to see him actually wearing the goggles. We're not sure what he sees right now, but they're saying that he understands and he's going to join up. How long is that going to last for? I don't know. Maybe at least until the end of the arc, until the end of Tom King's run, maybe. That's what it seems like to me. I'm cool with it because it's something new. Back to Valiant again, K6, Killers. This is such a good comic book, my peeps. I really genuinely love this comic book, and I think you guys should definitely be jumping on this. Probably more than Psi-Lords. If you like Psi-Lords, I think you're going to love this. Ninja K has some buds, right? It's not Ninjak anymore. It's Ninja K. Because in here, you got Ninja E, F, G. H wasn't in here. I, J, and I think that was it. So a whole bunch of different ninjas up in here, plus the Jonin, plus his daughter really quickly. Dude, this was fantastic. This was really good. You get to, they're all fighting each other. They're all teaming up against some bad guys. Then they're fighting each other again. You get to see everybody's abilities. Ooh, Ninja F, I think it is. The psychedelic guy. You get to see what his power is in this, and that's pretty sweet, man. I wasn't complaining for a moment. Here we got Justice League issue number, this is the variant cover, issue number 34. Whatever. Snyder's just making this for kids more than anything else, which I'm cool with. It's more of an adult kids kind of thing. I read through this. I forgot it pretty much as soon as I was reading it. They get to the point towards the end where Perpetua has risen because she... this thing goes up in the sky. So it's like the final push. And in every single one of the DC comics this week that has the Year of the Villain subdressing on it, that's what you wind up getting. You wind up getting that scene appeared in towards the end of every one of the DC books this week, with one exception, and that is Dark Multiverse, the Knightfall, right? Yeah, Batman Knightfall. This All Hail Saint Batman. So this was actually a pretty good book. I gotta admit, man, the Order of Saint Dumas, they actually get Jean-Paul. He becomes the new Batman, and he only everybody thinks he kills Batman. Somehow I guess he resurrects him. Whatever he does, he wasn't dead. Batman's a tough cookie, right? Strings him up, and he only visits him once a year in order to try and get him to break. He's like, hey, I need you to, join me. Or I need you to acknowledge that you are a crap Batman and I'm the superior Batman. Superior Batman. Oh, God, that'd be great. Dr. Octopus for that one, right? Anyway, so he's like, you know, you either do that, otherwise I'm going to cut off another body part, another organ. You know what I'm saying? Something that you need, right? He's going to take it and leave. And he's been doing this for like 30 years now. So Batman is like in two separate pieces, Bruce Wayne. But then we get a new kind of tech. No, it's not the Batman Beyond tech. A new kind of tech, and Bane's son teaming up with Lady Shiva. What? This was, I mean, for a book that otherwise shouldn't matter, dude, I loves me a good what if story. I loves me a good Elseworld story. And this is awesome. I cannot stress enough how much. It's like a double, triple, quadruple sized book. This was, how much this book cost? Let me see how much this book cost. I just bought a whole bunch and it was an expensive price. Only $5.99. You know, DC's good with that, man. Only $5.99 US. And this is a hell of a story. If you're a gamer, if you're a role player, this will give you some good ideas for the future. Okay, now let's move on to some less enjoyable stuff right here, like issue number 15 of Captain America. Dude, I thumbed through most of this book, man. Like, I would stop, I would go back a couple, I just keep on going back and forth and whatnot. Like, I couldn't bear to actually read the book because it was just crushing my soul, dude. Dumb reasons for him and Sharon Carter to fight. Dumb reasons for them to argue. Like, she's such a child in this. And then he comes off as a child. I'm like, bruh, come on, man. I mean, in my opinion, it's nothing at all that they should be fighting over because we've seen this before. They've been together forever. They're not going to get into these kinds of fights. So I am going to show you the ending of this book to show you the only reason why I think that maybe it could be good. And here, if you don't want to see it, close your eyes for a couple seconds and close your ears. Look at that, man. Scourge. Ah, this right here, dude. I don't know what he's going to be doing with this, but like Scourge had some amazing storylines back in the day. And for him to be bringing up Scourge in this, I just hope that Ta-Nehisi can like move the story along a little bit faster. After I did the other bulk review where I talked about issue number 14 of Captain America, talking about how my wife, she goes on, you know, the Black Girl Nerd groups. There's actually one on Facebook called Black Girl Nerd News or something like that. Whatever it is. Anyway, and a lot of people there actually have read Ta-Nehisi Coates' books, like his actual works, not just the comic books, the regular books. And everybody who talks about the books are like, yeah, I can't really get into his stuff because he just takes too long to actually get to his point. Seems to be a common theme. We could talk about Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda, issue number 2. Remember what I told you, my peeps? This every story arc is only going to be 2 issues. So when the Sentry showed up in the previous issue, that was the big, holy crap! In here, everybody's got to deal with their own demons, much like the Void does to Bob. This was, it ended the thing, and it was amazing. And all I'm going to say about this is, if you are a huge Fat Cobra fan, this comic book is a must-have. Because, wow, this was solid, man. This was a solid hell's yes for this comic book, man. Definitely grab this. This has got to be one of my favorite books out right now. They already give you the hint of what's going to come in the next issue. Looks like Black Panther. This is the cover for the next issue. Black Panther is going to the moon, baby. To the moon. Gorilla Man and Brew are going to be the main peeps on this one. Is this supposed to be Abigail Brand? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, a whole bunch of people going to be on this, and I can't wait to see what the main baddie is. So this is cool. I really dug this. You guys should definitely be checking out that comic book, brah. You can wait for the trade. I don't blame you, but floppies, because yeah, Zub keeps on putting a bunch of first appearances in these, so the trade paperback isn't going to be worth anything. So if you're a speculator, you know, if you're trying to sell your comic books at some point in the future, you want to buy like 2 of each cover, one for you, one to sell later, I'm telling you, this is the comic book to be getting right now, because you're guaranteed a whole bunch of new faces and whatnot. Aero, issue number 4, still a really good story. I like the first story better than the second story, is what it is, my peeps. I really like this comic book. Not too much to really say about it, though. It's kind of going slower than I was expecting it to. This cover was kind of fake, but it's okay. I still liked it anyway. Let's move on to something that definitely should have done two books I definitely should have done a review for individually. Number 53 of Aquaman. This, I'm going to complain about this book more than anything else because I think that realistically I'm so tired of, I'm like already tired of this mecha manta. Like I just don't want to see that. But the H.P. Lovecraft, more specifically the Mad Arab character that's in here, he's just some white dude, whatever, but he represents the Mad Arab as written by H.P. Lovecraft, and I like his story. I like how the monsters are showing up. That's pretty innovative. I dug on that. It's Kelly Sue DeConnick. What else is new? Here's number 35 of Teen Titans. Oof, somebody dies in this one. Somebody's dying in this one. Dude, this is wicked. And like some of your heroes will not be heroes anymore. If you hate Damian Wayne, I know there's a lot of you out there. This is a great book for you. Roundhouse just can't ever be the same again, though, I don't think. That's something else, man. Only a couple more. Issue number 1 of Metal Man won't be getting issue number 2. This is a very different take on Metal Man. They were always a comedy show before this, right? And that's one of the reasons why I didn't like them. Now it's way more serious. Way more serious. And like, these guys were not created the way that we thought. Like, there's a change to the origin story in here. I gotta admit, Didio does a pretty good job in this. Do I feel like I need to get 12 issues? You know, all 12 of the 12 issues of this comic book? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to be reading the next issue. But I will say that if you like the Metal Man, understand it is not the typical ha-ha-ha stuff. No, this is a very different, like a very sad and very angry comic book. Very different take on them. And finally, Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 10. You know, it's slowing down. The book's slowing down a bit. There's a bunch of back and forth. There's a bunch of jumping around. Drax is in here. He seems to potentially be killing, what's his face? Star-Lord. But like, this whole book is just violent crazy, man. And let's just say the Magus is really stepping up his game. The issue number 11 is right in here. I know they're showing oh, by the way, the cover, Rocket doesn't die in this one. So, the death of Rocket, he's going to die soon apparently, but nah, he doesn't die in this one. And that's going to be it. That's all the comic books that I read for this week, all the new comic books this week. Forget about older ones that I read just because bored. Anyway, guys, I will see you again soon. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.